The Louvre Museum in Paris, considered one of the most secure structures in the world, was robbed in broad daylight. What we used to see only in Hollywood movies actually happened in real life. Viewers, on the morning of October 19th, 2025, the Louvre Museum opened to the public as usual. Guards were in their assigned positions, and tourists from all over the world were entering the museum. By 8:30 a.m., the museum had been open for half an hour when an unusual event occurred on the side of the building facing the River Seine. A truck, the kind typically used to lift furniture to higher floors, stopped near the museum wall. It had a mechanical lift, but this truck wasn't delivering furniture, and the men inside had no good intentions. There were 4 people in the group. They wore yellow and orange vests, like construction workers, but had covered their faces with balaclavas. 2 of them extended the mechanical lift toward a balcony on the first floor of the museum. That balcony led directly to one of the most magnificent sections of the museum, the Gallery of Apollo, where France's royal treasures were displayed. But there was one big obstacle, a thick glass wall. After reaching the balcony, the robbers took an industrial-grade disc cutter from their bag, and within seconds managed to cut through the glass and enter the gallery. All of this happened so fast that the security guards hadn't even realized it yet. However, the museum's security alarm went off, and guards inside the gallery spotted the intruders. But the thieves didn't care. They threatened the guards with power tools and continued their work. Following protocol, the guards began evacuating tourists from the gallery. Panic spread across the museum. An eyewitness later described the scene as one of absolute chaos and fear. People had no idea what was happening. While the staff and police focused on getting visitors to safety, the 2 robbers calmly smashed the display cases, took 9 priceless royal treasures, and exited through the same glass hole to the balcony. Below, their 2 accomplices were waiting on scooters. They quickly descended the lift, got on the scooters, and fled. The entire incident happened so swiftly that no one could even process what was going on. According to police, the thieves were inside the museum for only 4 minutes, and the entire operation, from parking the truck to cutting glass, stealing, and escaping, took only 8 minutes. As they left, they tried to set the truck on fire to destroy any fingerprints or evidence, but a brave museum staff member intervened and stopped them. The robbers escaped along the riverbank, reaching Boulevard Périphérique, Paris's ring road, and from there to the A6 motorway. This daylight robbery was a national humiliation for France. But the main question was, what exactly was stolen? When the loss was assessed, grief spread across the country. The stolen items were not only of immense financial worth, but also of priceless historical and cultural value. According to the Ministry of Culture, a total of 8 precious items were stolen. You might wonder. Earlier it was said 9 were taken. Yes, the robbers did take 9, but one item fell on the road while escaping. A 170-year-old crown of Empress Eugénie, wife of Napoleon III, made in 1855. While trying to pull it through the hole in the glass, the crown got stuck, was damaged, and eventually fell to the ground, suffering scratches. The museum's director later said it might be possible to repair it, but the other 8 stolen items could never be replaced. Among the stolen items were Empress Eugénie's tiara and brooch, Empress Marie-Louise's, Napoleon Bonaparte's second wife, emerald necklace and earrings, Queen Marie-Amélie and Queen Hortense's sapphire tiara, necklace and earring, and a special reliquary brooch. All these items dated back to the 19th century, adorned with thousands of diamonds, emeralds, sapphires, and other precious stones. They weren't just jewelry. They were part of France's royal history. The total material worth of the stones and gold was around $2 million, but considering their royal heritage, even $1 billion couldn't replace them. Hence they were called priceless. Surprisingly, the thieves ignored some of the most valuable items in the gallery, such as the Regent diamond, worth 51 million euros, about $60 million, and the Sancy and Hortensia diamonds. This suggested that the robbers were likely working on commission and knew exactly what they were after. The Paris prosecutor's office said that this was not a loss of money, but of French history. However, this raised a huge question. How could such a famous museum, visited by millions every year, be robbed despite such tight security? Investigations revealed shocking lapses. French media reported that in the section where the theft occurred, 1 out of every 3 rooms had no CCTV cameras. Even some external cameras didn't fully cover the balcony from where the thieves entered. Worse yet, a local alarm system installed at that balcony had been malfunctioning for days. If it had been working, security would have immediately detected the intruders. The museum's director accepted responsibility for the security failure and even offered her resignation to the Ministry of Culture, though it was not accepted. This heist has raised serious doubts about the security of French museums. And this was not the first theft at the Louvre. In 1911, Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa painting was stolen by a museum employee. He hid it under his coat and walked right out. The painting was recovered 2 years later in Italy when he tried to sell it, and that very theft made the Mona Lisa world famous. Then, in 1976, King Charles II's sword was stolen by 3 thieves who broke a window to enter. It has never been recovered. The last major theft occurred in 1998, when a painting was snatched from its frame in daylight and is still missing today. Now, after 27 years, the Louvre has again become the target of a daring robbery. Currently, more than 60, possibly over 100, investigators are working on the case. On Saturday, October 25, 2025, police arrested 2 suspects believed to be directly linked to the heist. About 150 DNA samples and fingerprints were collected from helmets, gloves, and the truck used in the crime. One suspect reportedly has a previous record of gold theft. Police hope to soon capture all robbers and the mastermind behind the Louvre robbery. It has not yet been confirmed whether the stolen items have been recovered. After the theft, the museum was closed until October 22nd, though the Gallery of Apollo remains shut. Authorities have described it as a highly organized and professional operation, and investigations are still ongoing. Don't forget to like, share, and comment.